Welcome, everyone, to Music Junkies, a podcast about people sharing extraordinary stories about how music has impacted their lives.
Welcome, everyone, to Music Junkies. I'm your host, Annette Smith. And today we have I'm excited about interviewing you. There's a lot of people that obviously I've reached out to, and you just seem like so excited to be on this show. So which makes me super excited to have you on this show. So I know that you grew up in Liverpool, Ohio, right? Some of your music influences was from like acoustic to metal to trap music, which makes me excited because my music taste is all over the place too. I know that you produce your own songs, and I love that you create whatever you feel, and that's really cool. So please help me welcome Steve O'Creep to the show. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, and I'm very excited. I'm extremely excited to talk to you.
I'm excited too. So share with me a little bit before we get down and dirty with your songs. What was it like growing up being a mixed race in Liverpool?
Extremely divisive. I wasn't told until I was about 12 or 13 that I was biracial. And I would always ask my mom questions like, hey, why, because we would take baths together, little boys, me and my two brothers on my mom's side. And my skin tone in the summer would get darker than like noticeably white. And I'd be like, why am I brownish and they're white? And she's like, take your bath and shut your mouth. Listen, she wasn't, I don't hold it against her. She wasn't, prepared to have the conversation. And she finally, she told me, and I was like, oh, okay. So that was culture shock because biracial, I grew up in a white household. I met all my other siblings, which on my mother's side, Isaiah and Ethan, those are my two brothers. Shout out to Isaiah. He's in a band that we started a while ago, From Nothing to Nowhere. We're actually playing our first show together as siblings this year, which is exciting. And then my father's side, I actually met my sister at a party in a graveyard in Ohio when she was 19 and I was 20. And she was like, who's your dad? You look so familiar. I was like, Tony Long. And he's like, oh, that's mine. I'm, oh my God. So I found I had like 7 siblings on my dad's side, all mixed and similar stories, High school was kind of a fucking nightmare because I had friends that found out I was mixed through different channels. And something that always stood out to me was, it stuck with me. I had a buddy of mine, a really close friend, and he looked me in my eyes as a 16-year-old and was like, it's okay. I only hate half of you. And I was like, oh my God. He was sincere. I was like, holy shit. So racism, it's so crazy in Ohio because racism does exist. But it depends on where you're at. Like East Liverpool, we're all in the same boat. We're very impoverished. Our streets have potholes in them, like consistently. Everyone's on the same page in East Liverpool. But you go to a place there's a place called Rogers, Ohio. I don't like going to Rogers, Ohio because it's very hair like this. I've been stopped for driving too carefully in cities like that. And it's like, wow, I didn't, because growing up, they called me, my hair was shorter. So they called you could be white passing. You could pass as white. Sure, but I feel like it's kind of I don't know, cowardice. Why would I do that?
For sure. So I want to kind of rewind a little bit because when you were talking about being a mixed race and you're in the bathtub with your younger brothers, I thought that you were going to say my penis is bigger than my brother.
Yeah. So the funny thing about on the topic of my penis, that is the darkest part of me, literally. There's I guess it's a ring of skin that's darker than the rest. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's where it all went. That's where all my color is. That explains everything. You know what I mean? So,
that's right.
So it's definitely an interesting perk. Yes.
And then I have a question. So you're at the graveyard at the party, met this girl that you found out that was your sister, but before you found out she was your sister, were you macking on her a little bit?
Honestly, I was so nervous. When I hit 18 years old, I kind of shed this introvert. I hate this. I hate not being able to navigate conversation. I'm just going to talk. And worst case scenario, the other person gets uncomfortable. I'm tired. I'm switching the roles. Fuck this. You can be uncomfortable with something I say, but I'm still talking. You know what I mean? So I was just talking to her, making conversation, and the topic came up that we were both biracial. And she was like, "Yeah, you do look kind of familiar." And that's how, it came out that we were related. I was like, "Oh shit," thank God that nothing, it wasn't like a West Virginia fucking story. No offense to my West Virginia people, but you know what I mean? Like,
you are in a graveyard, and it is kind of romantic.
Yeah, man. Anything can happen in a graveyard in the Midwest. Let me tell you.
That's right. All right, we're gonna start with your first song. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
It's Liverpool shit. Product of the Midwest. Black tar, black vest. Die slow for this paycheck. No sleep, no rest. We blast on sight, broad daylight. Killed him.
Right, Still Down by Yourself. So tell me a little bit about where that song came from. What's the background of that song?
So Still Down, I made the beat and I wanted someone on it. I didn't know who. I had no idea who. And me and my friend, Curl Blanco, shout out to him. He's from my city. He calls me the old head because I'm like a decade older than him. He's like 19, 20. He just turned 20. I'm turning 30 in February. So it's like fair, whatever. But we started playing shows together, and it had been like a year. I was like, man, I would like to bring his style to my music because it's nuanced. It's even for his like age group. Everyone's kind of doing similar stuff except him, and it stands out to me. So Still Down, I told him like, yeah, let's just talk about the city. And like, even at the end of the song, like I chalked myself up saying, I'm still down. Like I'm for whatever. Like I don't care about age. I have 3 kids. I have a fiance, but like, if I get that call, like I'm from the same streets as everyone here. And that's another thing that got like the transitional period between I came up in the Christian school, private school, and I was a very like, I think I was a pretty good kid. Like I was an ideal child. I went to public school. I learned that the world was different. And what really kind of transitioned me into not so legal things was looking for my dad, asking questions about my father at 18, 17. There was one night at a bar that's closed now for probably this reason, but like, I walked in and I was like, hey man, was asking questions. And the bartender said, yeah, I knew your dad, sit down, we're going to talk. And he pulled out a bottle and we started talking. And a patron overheard us talking and pulled a gun on me and said that your dad owes me money and, sins the father. The bartender pulled out a bigger gun and I was like, fuck you, get out. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, so this is his legacy. This is what I have to deal with now. Yeah. So I could leave Ohio, which I did. I left Ohio from 20 to 23, age 20 to 23. And that was like, I don't know, I went to Florida and I hated it. There's too many people. It's too hot. So I was like, I don't know, I felt like I left unfinished stuff here. So I came back, which like events transpired that I'll save for later in the podcast because there's a song talking about it. But yeah, Still Down is just me and Curl Blanco's testament to this city. It's kind of a love letter. Like we wouldn't change a thing because it made us who we are. You know what I mean? I
like that you said that, wouldn't change a thing because it makes who you are. I think so many times when you talk to, and I could be wrong with my opinion only, but when you talk to a younger generation, I feel like they are so caught up in the past, right? Where they really haven't had a lot of life lessons. And if they're, let's be honest, like 98% of people have, don't know their dad, or, you know what I mean? It's not like you're special because you don't have a relationship with your dad. Neither, right. My dad has a kid in every province of Canada. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's just the norm. And I like that, what you went through made you who you are today. So if you want to go change that stuff that happened in your past, I think it's ridiculous because you wouldn't be who you are today. Yeah. Right. I love that you made that comment. And I'm a huge believer in that. I'm a huge believer in just being like, just embrace the suck that happens in your life. Like, absolutely. 100%. And we all have issues, and nobody's special because you have a different issue, right? We all have issues. You could tell me something and I could tell you something that would blow your mind, vice versa. It's like, we're living in this comparing. We don't need to compare, right? It's like, right. You shot me. Like, this is crazy talk. Trauma and experience are oftentimes in the same breath, and it oftentimes lives in a competitive space, which is absurd. Like I have dealt with people that, like, I was talking to my fiance and
she brought a friend over and she was mentioning something about her childhood, and like this person would almost try and one up her on like, oh, well, my childhood. It's like, it's not like a race to who was shittier, and you know what I mean. It's like we're all going through it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's right. We're all going through it. I love it. It's so true. All right, next song.
Black dress, black nails, that bitch bad. She took me by the hand, she asked about my plans. Nothing, chilling, sipping, sinning. She start grinning, I had the feeling. She said, take this, what you see. Red, blue pill, snake like green. Swallowed down, our life's a dream about 30.
It's Can Orgy. All right. So is this an orgy story? I'm excited.
I have I have been in, I think, two orgies in my life. In my life, I was a younger man. You know what I mean? Honest to Christ, at 30, I'm not sure I have any business in an orgy today.
I need to hear this orgy story, and I need to know how the orgy story started. First of all,
the first one was just unsupervised teenagers being dumb as shit. We were all young, and
how many guys? How many girls?
3 guys, 5 girls, because that seemed right. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't want to see. Then they were my friends, you know what I mean? But I'm like, look, I love you, dude, but like, I don't want to see that much dick going on in the room, you know? So it was kind of an agreed upon, like, coming of age thing. We were all going into the next grade, and it's like, man, this is scary. Let's kind of like reclaim our independence and do this thing. It was all, you know, consensual. We had a great time.
Did you guys all go for the same girl at the same time?
No, see, we had one that wanted to, and I was concerned. After the whole thing, I was like, maybe you should like talk to somebody. Like, instead of like looking for dudes to fuck the shit out of you. I mean, like, they make therapy now. You know what I mean? Which, nothing against. I know gangbang. Like, I know several women that are like into that shit, and that's dope. And I respect all the porn homies that can get hard next to each other like that. I couldn't do it myself. Nothing against anyone, but like, I could not be, especially a stranger, like, hey, this is who you're working with on the set today. Oh, my name's Mark. Oh, my name's Steve. We have to fuck this girl together. Like, hey, listen, dog. You know what I mean? Like, let's get to know each other first. Fuck. But the second orgy I was in, I think I was, how old was I? I had to have just turned like 18, 19. It was my ex-wife's birthday party. And she had brought some work friends over. And so it was like a married couple and then 2 single female friends, me and my wife, and everybody just got down. I mean, that was fun. Whatever. I was not like a good person in that marriage. Neither of us were. It was just a pretty bad time. But like the song in general, I'm sure you'll be delighted to hear. I'm doing a Pornhub music video for that.
Oh, no way.
Like, me and my collaborators, me and like my friends and all this are like, yo, let's just film each other fucking, and I'll put the music over it and I'll chop it up into a music video. And all my people are down this shit. So that'll be out probably by spring, I would say. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure the link will be in my Instagram bio before they make me remove it.
Yeah, you might have to put that on Rumble or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
So what's your favorite part of a woman's body?
So, I mean, I'm definitely an ass man for sure. But like, I'm into like kinks and weird shit. If you listen back, even to my first album, I reference having a foot fetish like all the time. It's just in there. Because it's like, if a girl, the science behind it, and it's crazy. The weird part about that is my father had it, and that's how I know it's hereditary. He told me. He's like, when I asked him, I had lined up the question, how I was going to talk to him. And he's like, oh, no, I know what it is. And yeah, I have it too. I was like, word? Like, it's hereditary like that? So the science behind it is I get extremely attracted to a woman who has like really pretty, well taken care of feet, because I think she's taking care of the rest of herself equally. Because, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, I'm wired different. I don't know. I mean, I'm into it. So
I agree. Right. I agree. It's like looking at a guy's hands. Right.
Word. Yeah, I've heard that. And I didn't know that growing up. And like several women in high school were like, you are really like clean hands. Like, oh, word, okay, thanks.
Yeah, you don't
I didn't know what that meant.
Like dirty fingernails. Like that's
right. That shit's wild. Like when you send a dick pic, you have to have clean fingernails. You know what I mean?
Yes, clean your fingernails and you're sending dick pics. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely, bro.
All right, next song. That beginning of that song, that makes me feel like I'm watching Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
I want to go out like Caleb. So what's that? Is that a story, like a song about a friend or?
Yeah. So, he was my friend. I call him my brother, really. We knew each other. It was probably less than half a year, but like we knew everything about each other. We would sit up at night talking about what we wanted from life, how we were going to achieve it. We would, protect each other. Like we were sleeping out of a friend's house on the same futon, shared clothes. Like he was like the definition of my ride or die. And he had military experience that left him with post-traumatic stress. And one night we were all renting. It was like the pinnacle of where we wanted to be. Me, him, and another friend were renting a house in Liverpool. We all had good jobs. And I woke up to screaming and just the smell of burning flesh. And he had shot himself in my kitchen and took his life. And that fucked me up. The song title, I Want to Go Out Like Caleb, comes from like one of the lyrics in the song is I was never angry with you. I know you found your release, but with all this pain and heartache, could you spare a bit for me? Because he kind of passed on. I was told by my doctor, hey, you have PTSD now. I'm like, well, fuck, he just passed it on to me, essentially. You know what I mean? Like he fixed his problem, but now it's other people's. I had never done as many drugs in a short amount of time. It was like 7 days. I made a deal with myself because I don't cope properly. I was like, look, if you're, alive in 7 days, you have to get over this. But like the 7 days was, I did, you name it, short of heroin, I was doing it, you know what I mean? For like just a straight week because I couldn't be sober. It was just too scary. You know what I mean? I would see him in my sleep. He would talk to me and shit. You know what I mean? It's just, just a tough time. I'm able to speak about it now pretty candidly because like he's like one of my best friends and we had really good times together. And I miss him every day, but like, it's really cool to play that. I don't play it often. In fact, I've played that song one time live so far because I don't like doing it. But people did come up to me and was like, hey, I lost somebody too. And this, it's really cool that, and fun fact about that song. I donated 100% of the royalties to Backline Healthcare, which is a mental health organization designed specifically for musicians. So if anyone supports that song and doesn't want to support me, that's fine. You just support that shit because it's a good cause. You're doing a good thing. I didn't feel right making money off of that. You know what I mean? Because it was like suicide awareness type shit. So I was like, I just want to honor his memory with music because he loved a lot of the same stuff that I do. So,
yeah. So when you think back now, the memory of Caleb, would you think that what he was going through at the time, could he have got over it? Like, was that an easy way out?
Suicide, man, it's such a such a divisive topic. Like, I'll be completely honest. If I didn't have kids, I would have killed myself years ago. Like, I'm constantly sad about like just everything. I have a hard time, like I said, coping with things. So, but I'm able to, like, I call them tethers. Like me and a couple of my buddies have had this conversation. Like we have earthly tethers, like things that are keeping us here. And for me, that's, my partner and my children. And, cause like I fucking hate life, bro. Like, I cannot stand this shit. It's just tough, but like, and I'm not trying to bitch. Like someone out there has it harder than me, hands down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Sure. So, you keep pushing, but like when it comes to Caleb, man, I think that if he opened up a little more, and we knew everything about each other, but like, if he would have just told me, I would have ushered him to seek help. So, just to talk to someone about, hey, I'm thinking of like ending it. I can't do this anymore. Cause like he would get spooked out by like car engines and loud noises and shit. Like, he always slept with his gun. He shot at me one time. It was kind of a funny story. He slept in the basement, and I opened the door too quick, and it hit the concrete wall, and he like returned fire from the bottom of the steps because he thought we were getting raided or some shit. I was like, "Hey man,
that's crazy.
Don't shoot me, please."
So if we look at all the musicians out there in the world, who would you most like to meet and collaborate with, and why?
Man, there's so many, but like, I would have to say, can I do one living, one dead?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. One living, and it's a career goal, is Twisted Insane. He's a rapper from California, and he's like the only reason I really decided to rap. I was like, if I do it, I want his drive. He has a label called Brain Sick Music, and he just got dope guys on there. They all do wild shit. All them niggas crazy. He's really well known for fast rapping, which I do from time to time. I'm nowhere near as good as him, so I'm like, I'll throw sprinkles over there when I feel like, but I'm like a moderately quick rapper. One dead artist, rest in peace, Jason Molina. He is an Ohio fucking legend. Yes, sweetie. I'm done with my food. All right, go downstairs, please. Love you. It's my daughter.
I love it.
But Jason Molina, he had the same name project, Jason Molina, Songs Ohio with an A, and the Electric Magnolia Company. This is someone that I respect so much because he died in his, I believe, 30s or early 40s from alcoholism, complications. And this man, if you listen to his music, he just understood sadness. Like, and I don't think people get that. Like, people go through sadness, nobody understands it. But this guy, he understood it, and he talked about it so elegantly. And you can almost hear him calling for help in his music. And it kind of like fucks with me a little bit. Like, damn, I would have loved to meet this cat. You know what I mean? Like, and he plays just acoustic guitar most of the time. And, I'm not like much for country music, but he doesn't really do country. But like, give the right man or woman an acoustic guitar, like a brokenhearted person like that. And that music is timeless. I emailed his label years ago that has like the masters. I was like, name the fucking dollar amount that you want for me to sample one of his songs. And they have never got back to me. So Secretly Canadian, if you see this, they're secretly Canadian. They're not based in Canada, but that's their name. If you see this, please help a nigga out. I'll pay you. I mean, like, I'm just an Ohioan who has much respect for another Ohioan artist, man. He's astounding to me. Everything he does, everything he did.
I love it. It's cool that you picked a living and a dead, right? I think, and it's nice that you didn't pick people that were, I don't want to say mainstream, but do you know what I mean? Like, so many people, so mainstream all the time. And I love interviewing people that aren't top 40. You know what I mean? Like, they actually know music. They've listened to other things. I
don't even know who the top 40 is right now.
Me neither. All right, next song. All right, you're going to have to name this song because I don't know how to pronounce it.
Immolate Virtue.
Nice.
Immolate is to destroy, virtue is goodness. So Immolate Virtue is my song with my brother Rasputin. He's on my label. And that is just my love letter to metal. Like, my first love, it was and always will be metal. And my top 3 bands right now have to be Mastodon, Whitechapel, and I keep coming back to Light the Torch with Howard Jones from Killswitch Engage. Fucking love that dude.
What kind of music, like what kind of metal did you listen to in high school?
High school, my like breakout era was Disturbed, Korn, and Slipknot. Those were my big 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love Slipknot, but I was like, I feel like there's heavier shit out there. So I just typed in death metal, and I'll never forget Whitechapel, Eternal Refuge came up. And my mind was fucking blown. Phil Bozeman, he's the vocalist. He's a fucking animal. Dude is insane. I had the pleasure of seeing him in Florida some years back and meeting him. It was super cool. But yeah, everything about metal, really, from the sound to the techniques to the community is really cool. I enjoyed a lot about it. yeah, you know, the first verse on that song was me. I've been screaming since I was in high school. So it's just like something I like to do. I throw it in all of my music. Like I'll do it. I have a side project with my brother 85 Sick called Two Evils, and I'll throw it in there like just from time to time. And it's like horrorcore underground, like murder rap shit. So it kind of makes sense to me to do. And sometimes he'll leave me a voicemail or like a text and be like, hey man, what the fuck was that? Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit was, you know. And
do you remember your first concert that you ever been to?
Yeah, Warped Tour 2011.
No way. Who was there? Who was on there?
The headliners I remember were The Devil Wears Prada. Love those guys. Another great Ohio band. And Asking Alexandria, which I didn't get to see either of them because it got rained out. They sent people back to the parking lots. So it was unfortunate. But I did see A Day to Remember, which was cool. I like those guys.
Were you ever really into any punk a lot or not so much?
I wasn't exposed to it hella early. I think the most punk-esque things I listened to probably Social Distortion. That's like a group I like. You know, I'll put them on from time to time. When it comes to like rock-ish, just regular rock music, I love Guns N' Roses. You know, stuff like that. You know, I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to rock music. Mm-hmm. But you know, it just depends. I can get behind anything if it has passion and drive behind it, really.
Okay, so speaking of rock music, let's pick like an 80s rock lead singer that you could be for a week.
A week. James Hetfield from Metallica.
No way.
For sure.
Never said that.
That would be hard as fuck. That'd be lit. And that was like the era when he was getting super fucked up too. So I mean like Metallica. Guitar Hero Metallica changed my fucking life. That shit. I mean, I loved the experience of that and finding all the bands that they had put. King Diamond. Do you know who that is? The black metal singer. Fucking amazing. Dude's like a straight up Satanist. Respect. Face paint, all that, and he just does like the acapella high singing. Yeah. And it's really fucking cool. I've always respected.
I'd have to go check it out.
Absolutely, you'll love it. Abigail is like my favorite album he has.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out. All right, next song. Aftermath. I love your music because every single song is just, it's different. It's not the same. And so many artists are like, oh, you know, you just hear something, you're like, oh, I know that's whoever it is, because you could just tell it's the same riff. It's the same, but different, but same.
Right. I refuse to be put in a box. I refuse to believe that there are rules to music. Do what the fuck you want in the moment. If it sounds good, put it together. That song, I was shown the featured artist, Lilith Moores, shout out to her. She's an astounding young woman, super talented, by a friend. She's like, hey, you should hit her up. And I listened to her music and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Like, that's fantastic. So I contacted her. I was like, hey, would you, do a feature with me? I'll pay you. Paid her feature price. She's super nice. She sent me back her feature in like a week and it was what you hear. And I was like, I'm not gonna do fucking anything. Like I can't. I sung like one line with her. I did some screaming in the background and some weird like filtered voice because I did not want any attention pulled from her amazing performance. Like I had never heard shit like that. And it was over one of my beats, which I had never done a beat like that. So I was like, I want this to stand out for that reason. You know what I mean?
Do you love to perform? Like, do you have a certain ritual before you go on stage? Do you have to have the stage a certain way, or is it just like, hey, here I am, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen today?
So like a little bit of everything, I guess. I've never once really given a shit about the stage because I've worked from like a pallet size stage to like a full stage. I opened for DJ Paul at the Odeon in Cleveland, and that was massive. I didn't know what the fuck to do on that stage. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stay near the front. I guess as rituals go, I don't like to get too intoxicated before I perform, so I'll take like a shot right before I go on stage, and I'll have a bottle of water because I do a lot of weird vocal shit. You know what I mean? Like the first song I always open up with lately has been Magdal. and that's got like a screaming part in the whole second half, so I have to have my water. Yeah, I mean, just make sure that I'm comfortable with the venue. That whatever that entails for me is up to the surroundings. You know what I mean? Like, it's just work my way in and do what I do. I do enjoy performing. I used to be very nervous, and I still do get nervous from time to time, but that doesn't last. It's literally, once you're standing on the stage and looking out at people, it's just time to do it. Forget what you're feeling and get it done. And network after, and go home, drive further than you should, drunk as fuck. You know what I mean?
That's right. So what are your fans like?
They range from a whole bunch of different people. I've met people that will DM me, like, hey, I love your music. I got several DMs from like South Africa, and there's a couple in Japan. I had to like Google Translate. That was like super cool. I'm often referred to as like someone you can just put on a playlist of anything. And I kind of like that, because that's what I want. I want to have something for everyone. You know what I mean? I want people to be kind of confused when they hear one of my like trap rap songs that could fit on a rap playlist, and then hear a song like Aftermath and it's the same guy. I mean, it's, oh shit, like I just love all things music, and I want to make cool sounding stuff and reach people who want to be reached.
Yeah, I like that you said that. I like that you love all kinds. I think more artists. Like, I know there's lots of artists that are like that, but I think the true artists know all types of music, right? Mm-hmm. And pull from the 30s and the 60s and the 80s and like everything. So you're just like blown away with the amount of rhythm and beats and stuff like that they put together. So that's really, really cool. So do you have a favorite song lyric? Maybe your song or somebody else's song that you just love hearing that lyric in a song?
Oh, dude, there's so many. I think a more recent one, I can't remember the song, but it's off of the Suicide Boys' most recent album, not the one with Germ, their solo stuff, but it's Scrim's verse, and he says, I've been dreaming of a reason not to paint the fucking ceiling with my brains and my pain. That's just how the fuck I'm feeling. And as he put that out, like 2 weeks later, I had already written the song. I have a song called I'm Not All Right. And in that song, what was the way I worded it? I said, I dream about leaving my fucking brains on the ceiling. So like, we were both like in the same headspace, you know what I mean? Which I was like, oh, that's fucking lit. You know what I mean? It's awful, but like, I mean, like, it's cool. It's a terrible topic, but it's cool that we're on the same wavelength. But yeah, I love everything the Suicide Boys do. Tyler, the Creator, was always an inspiration as well, because they just made that shit happen independent. They did it. They manifested, whatever you want to call it. They put effort into something, and it bore amazing fruit. So it's really cool to be inspired by independent artists that are major.
So do you have any groupies?
Groupies? No. I mean, there was a time back when like my wife would bring friends home on the reg to like fuck, essentially. And that has passed because I have what I would like to call extreme self-control issues with substance, women, whatever. I used to be like a real piece of shit, and like this is the mother of my kids, so I shaped up, you know what I mean? But like, so in short, yes and no. Used to. You know what I mean? I don't know any current groupies. And any woman that's like I collab with, I'll like help out OnlyFans girls, and they'll help me out on Instagram. Like we'll cross promo and shit. Yeah. I'll always make it known, like, I'm married. You know, if you want anything to go down collaboration wise or whatever, here's my wife's information. I'm not having that conversation. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be as respectful as I can to her, because she is literally everything to me. You know what I mean? Every man needs a strong partner with them, and she's probably the strongest female I've ever met in my entire life. She's very driven and focused, and I don't know what I would do without her. She gave me a daughter and 2 sons. I'm tapping out. No more kids. I'm ready to be fucking grandpa. You know what I mean?
How
I don't know if
did you guys meet?
Them up in the background right now, but they're.
I love it. It's good. How did you guys meet?
So, you'll love this story. We were younger, and I was fucking like all her friends. Like that was the first time we met, and I looked her. Well, I didn't know it was her. I added her on Facebook years later, and messaged her, and I was like, "Hey, let's hang out sometime." And she had told one of our mutual friends that I was coming over, and was like, "This is who This is who he was. Like, you hated him." And she texted me like, "Oh, I used to like hate your guts." And I was like, "Oh, do you want me to turn around? I'm like 5 minutes away." It's like, "No, let's just see where it goes." And I tried to fuck her in the bathroom. She wouldn't let me. Hey, we're married with 3 kids. Shoot your shot, kings.
Right. Did you propose romantically?
I didn't.
No, just like here?
We were like play bickering all day. Like I was getting on her nerves on purpose. And our daughter was in the back seat, and we pulled up into Taco Bell. It's like one of her favorite spots to eat. And she was like, "I don't know why you gotta be like this." I was like, "Shut the fuck up and marry me." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, marry me." She's like, "You're joking. That's mean." I was like, "I'm not joking." Like, so then we fought about that for 5 minutes. Like, I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm serious. Why would I pick now to propose to you?" So yeah, that's how it happened.
That's awesome. I love to hear about strong women. All right, next song. Nightmare in East Liverpool.
Yes, ma'am. It's pretty self-explanatory. Lyrically speaking, it's a song about our city after dark, sometimes our city in broad day, everything from using women to lure the opposition to a party to get whatever needs to happening. Like it's whatever. I'm a very easy person to get along with. I'm extremely approachable. I pride myself in making people laugh. I do have, let's say, responsibilities to certain people in this city that have to get upheld. It's just on my honor as a man. And my legacy, I have 2 sons. I can't be on ho shit. So
yeah.
It's just a song about the violent experiences I've had in this city, and definitely hasn't been too active lately, thankfully, but things do pop up here and there that need addressing.
What's been one of the most violent things that you've seen in your neighborhood or just kind of growing up?
I witnessed a stabbing on my way home from school. How old was I? I was going to a friend's house, actually. We were walking home from school. And someone had come out from an adjacent alley that knew, I guess, one of the parents to the kids that was bad on drugs, like fentanyl and stuff, and heroin is super bad out here, a major issue.
Fentanyl's really bad there?
It's horrible. Yeah, it's like the worst. We have like naloxone signs everywhere, like naloxone saves lives. But yeah, I mean, I get it, but stop doing fentanyl. Sometimes it's not anyone's fault because, like, for whatever reason, drug dealers. I mean, I know the reason, but people will put fentanyl in drugs that just to kind of hook people. Get that measurement right that won't kill them, but it'll get them high as fuck. They're gonna come back to you because they can't get that anywhere else until it kills them, and then everyone wants the dealer that has the shit that killed that seasoned junkie because it's going to get them high as fuck. You know what I mean? So, it's a dirty world, but it's one we've got. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if that guy died or not. I've seen stabbing, shootings, jumpings, and then it's what you don't see that freaks you the fuck out.
Yeah,
scares the shit out of you. Because like I see things, I hear things like or all news clippings or whatever. Someone that we all knew out here. I won't say his name because his family's local and stuff, but he was jumped and hit with a dirty needle, which is heroin vial filled with a lethal dose of fentanyl, and they hit him with it and killed him and left him in the woods. It took I don't know how long it was to find him. It was a while, but that's the type of shit. And they'll never catch the people who did it ever. You know what I mean? Like, because it's. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? It's a heroin needle. That's going to get thrown out in court when it comes up 10 prints. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's weird.
So is this a place that you want to stay and raise a family, or is is your end game to move from there, or?
We have we have a land contract in my city that we're paying on. I would like to raise kids here for the simple fact of I have seen enough and known enough people and done enough shit to be left alone. You know what I mean? Like, I've put my time in, and everyone or anyone who's ever wanted a problem, even recently, like, there was an artist that he was saying all kind of shit. The kind of shit that made me want to get my family out of the state while I handled it, because it was concerning. Turns out it was like just shit talking, but he was like threatening my life and da da da. I saw him at a music video shoot. I was downtown with me and all my people, and I think both my sons were in the back seat, and I had like my people with me. I was, hey, stay with my kids. You're gonna go confront this motherfucker. Yeah. And I ran up on him and I was like, what's good, nigga? This ain't the internet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm right here. You're gonna do something, do it. He had a friend with him, and he just walked on. So like, at that point, you've been punked down in front of everyone who has substance in the city. So he's a clown now. You know what I mean? And he knows who he is, and I hope he sees this, and I hope his baby mom's still choking on 4 random dicks, nigga. But, you know, like, that's how I feel.
I love it. Next song. Called Dead Hands.
Yes, ma'am.
It sounds like the Muppet Show in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would see this on Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That's fair. That movie is so lit. But the story, it's kind of similar to Nightmares in East Liverpool, but I wanted like just a shit talking song, and you know, I was feeling good that day, so I was like, I'll say what I gotta say to people, and you know, I'm everyone who knows me, like my ideal, because like, I believe in moderation. I believe you can do whatever you want in this life if you practice moderation. So like once a year, if I'm lucky, that means a babysitter for the kids, me and the old lady, we're out. I want a bottle of liquor, I want a Vicodin, and I want like a pack of CBD. Because my back always hurts just from all the stupid shit that I've done. So painkillers have always been kind of like my thing. But I don't do, like, I'll do a drug, again, if I'm lucky, 2 to 4 times a year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very much a dad. You know, like, I'm not here, I'm never high or anything like that around my kids. I will have a drink here and there, but, you know, nothing that I'm never impaired on my judgment or my parenting, because that's important to me.
Yeah, for sure it is. So, do you play a lot of musical instruments? Is it just kind of rapping, or do you play guitar, or?
I took guitar lessons for about like half a year, and I do still dabble in it. I play it very freely, my brother, Isaiah Reese, he gets so irritated with me because I'll send him shit and then I'll show it to him on like GarageBand how I made it. And he's like, this doesn't make any musical sense, but it sounds amazing. Like, this is fantastic, but it makes zero fucking sense. And like, when he'll go to correct it or tell me to change something, he's like, it doesn't work. It was in the moment. You did that in the moment. So it's like, that's how, I self-taught myself drums, keyboard, which kind of can be translated to guitar and everything. You can play everything on guitar and keyboard. I'm told that I have piano fingers, so like that kind of makes sense. Someone told me that when I was 10. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Like, what, can you elaborate? Like, what does that mean? This shit made no sense to me. But,
so your brother's name's Isaiah and my son's name's Isaiah.
Oh, that's cool. How old is your son?
He's 27.
Isaiah is 26.
No
I'm
way.
almost positive. Yeah, because he's 4 years younger than, 4 or 3 years younger than me. So he's either 26 turning 27 this year, or 27 turning, has to be 27.
What do you love most about your brother?
His drive and his mind and his, I'll show him things. We don't like listen to the same music all the time. He's very punk pop. I'm very death metal, but we'll find bands like the Bunny the Bear. Shout out Matthew Tybor, that whole group. I opened for them in Cleveland, which is like super cool because I was the only rapper on the ticket, which was kind of strange. It was all bands, but I met a lot of cool people there. Everyone was super accepting. But the Bunny the Bear, they're this weird pop punk, like electronic dance trap. It's crazy. And it's wild. And I showed it to him. He's like, this is fucking, I love this. So like, that's our like bridge of music. Is like, this is super cool. We like some of the same shit here and there with genre, but like that, the Bunny the Bear is our focal point of like, yeah, always agree. We always love everything that they do.
So what kind of music are you working on right now? Are you working on a new album right now?
I have 3. I know. So the new Two Evils album, Murder We Wrote, that comes out this Halloween. I just finished all my verses. 85 is working on his. And he's been, 85 Sick, if you guys can check him out, absolutely. He is one of the, I wouldn't have half the knowledge I do without that man. Like, that nigga's put me on so much game. He'll sit there and just study shit and then tell me, hey, for this sound that you want, you told me you wanted, you got to do these certain things, and he'll dumb it down for me because I'm slow as fuck. And like, he'll help me out. But yeah, he has like, I don't know, we just got off the phone. He said like 4 or 5 fucking albums himself. Like he's constantly working. And then me, I'm working on my next 2 tapes. First one is called Satiate. That's coming out this year at some point. My first single from that is coming out Valentine's Day.
Oh, cool. How come Valentine's Day?
Yeah. It's actually Nightmares in East Liverpool 2. It's the sequel. And it's got me and 5 other artists on it. It's kind of another love letter to our city. The 6th album I have coming out is God Died in Ohio. And this is these next 2 tapes, I'm very happy with all my work. Fun fact, my first 2 albums, 3, were produced on my iPhone. And I would take headphones and plug it in and record like that. And now I do have studio equipment. It's in my daughter's closet over here. It's where I record. So I'm a grown ass man in here. Like, there's Barbie shit, it's very inspirational. Yeah, so where I'm at today, I'm still experimenting with beats. I'm still making different type songs, very much getting in tune with what I want my sound to be and still being different. There are songs on Satiate and God Died in Ohio that by definition might be rap songs, but there are also songs that are extremely experimental and alternative. I'm very excited for people to hear it. The features list is crazy for these next 2 tapes. I'm super hyped about that as well. Definitely going to be working towards getting, if I can, both of them out this year, if it's manageable. But my label, All Evils Entertainment, was started by me and close friends of mine, artist friends. We have myself, 85 Sick, Rasputin, and Odd Knot. Rasputin and Odd Knot are releasing EPs in the next 3 to 4 months. So that's kind of like the focal point. Me and 85 produce the beats in-house. So it's coming from us, and we're working to get those guys a platform and a stage, because we want to start, honestly, we'd love to start touring by 2024 if we can get enough traction, enough places that are looking into us.
What's been kind of the best audience that you've performed in front of so far?
I have to say Cleveland.
Yeah?
At the it was crazy. I'd never been out there. No one knew who the fuck I was. I was opening for DJ Paul, and it just went really well. A lot of people came up to me, and right now, most of my streams for this new album are from Cleveland. And I played that one show. I've done no promotion, so it's just like some people took my name down, and they're out there bumping my shit. So shout out to Cleveland, absolutely.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. Next song.
Driving, I couldn't see because there was flies in the whip. I can't blame him though. I've been in it for a minute, living in the back seat, sleeping and shit. The homie let me shower, then it's back to this.
Flies in the whip.
Yes. That song is about me being homeless, living in my car. And, I moved back to Ohio, and I told my parents everything was fine. I don't want them to worry. But I was living out of my car for a while. I would get $20 and I would go to McDonald's. And this is back when McDonald's McChickens were straight 99 cents.
Yeah.
So I'd buy 20 of them and keep them in my fucking glove box. That was my food for the month. I would eat one a day. that didn't last. Thank God that didn't last for more than like a month, maybe a month and a half. And like people would let me sleep on their couch from time to time, or like shower, and so I could go get jobs, because nobody wants to hire like an unwashed human that's been in their car for 20 days.
For sure.
But yeah, that's just the song trying to come up story, struggle story, let people know that it could always be worse than what it is right now. You know what I mean?
Who's been really an inspiration for you as you've went through different adversities in your life, encouraging you to continue your music career?
Man, I mean, definitely my wife, Sarah, and her sister, my sister-in-law, Stephanie. They always are just excited to hear about like what's next. My friend Taylor, she's always, like, since day one, she's always loved what I did and told me to keep pushing, keep going. Everyone that I'm collaborating with on Instagram and in music, these guys and gals always push me to just do what I am doing, which is just, trying to stand out amongst a very condensed market, very, the rap scene in general is so fucking congested. Everyone's doing this shit, you know what I mean? Because it's so accessible with DistroKid, which is what I use to distribute my music. And then there's United Masters, that's free. You can download that and upload music today. Like, that's fucking crazy. Back in the 90s, 80s, they didn't have that shit. You had to get signed, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny, I'm reading the Will Smith book right now, and it's kind of crazy because it's all back. I'm kind of reading that part where he, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the French Press was all coming out, and it's had like these block parties and like, records everywhere. And it was it's interesting just hearing that. And then it's like, I'm literally reading the 80s they're trying to get out there. Right. And they were talking about, and which is lots of my favorite bands, but like, let's say Public Enemy for one of the bands. And he was obviously on this tour with them, but they opened up their show every single night by hanging a Ku Klux Klan member. Like, wasn't a real person, but this is what they were doing on stage. Right.
Symbolism.
I like just crazy stuff. And then like Two Live Crew, like having sex on stage, and
yeah. Shit was hard,
stuff that you
bro.
could never fucking do now. Like, never.
You could. Like, I could call 2 venue owners today, because Ohio is so fucking like, if you keep it hush hush, it'll be hush hush. I could call 2 venue owners that I know right now and be like, hey, I'm going to have a girl fuck herself on stage with a champagne bottle, and it would go down without a hitch. Like, that dude would have, the dude, if I have a mind, would have NDAs at the door. Like, like, it would just, but, because I think that's music, right? It's art. You can't tell me, no one can tell anyone what their stage performance means or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a similar idea with the KKK thing coming up. I don't want to spoil anything, but I do have a song coming out called Fuck the Police. And it's probably going to get me in some trouble, whatever. But the stage. Is it
anything like Ice-T's Fuck the Police?
It's extremely aggressive. Like, it's turned up to 11. Because I remember getting backlash for it. I would see videos of like cops shooting unarmed kids and shit, and how they treat black people. And I like posted on Facebook. I think I was drinking. I was like, man, it would be lit to see like this turned around. Like, let me see some cops running for their life. Like, fuck this shit. And like, I got people like, oh, fuck you have family that's cops. Like, first of all, I don't fuck with that dude, not to this day. Like, there's one guy, my brother is breaking my fucking heart on my dad's side. His name's Nicholas. Hello, Nicholas, if you see this. He wants to be a cop. He has reassured me that he'll let me go whenever. Like,
if you ever get caught,
that's the only
you get to go free.
I'm fucking okay with it.
I love it. Do you have any pet peeves, things that drive you absolutely up the wall that you can't handle?
Oh my God. It's like a couple. Fake people.
Okay, yes. Good one.
Overly PC people. Like, you can't make jokes or this or that. You know what I mean? Like, that shit bothers the fuck out of me. And women who don't take care of their feet. That's my third one.
How long does it take you to braid your hair? Do you have somebody do that for you?
My wonderful partner does this for me, and my shit is so fucking long. Like it's never been this long. So like, it was funny. It took us about 2 hours last time, but it was split up because I had to go pick my kids up from school. She had this side done, my back done. This was buttoned up. So I'm in Walmart parking lot looking like this, and she's sitting next to me finishing it in Walmart parking lot. But yeah, about 2 hours is the average time. She, you know, and I won't let anybody else do it. She knows my scalp too well. You know what I mean? Like it's because if someone does it too rough, like it could make you break out and shit. And that's so annoying to have like braids in and have like a zit or something or like a knot. You know, that shit sucks. I hate that.
I agree. So if you were a stripper, what would your stage name be?
King Creepy.
Oh.
The reason I know that off the top, what was that? 3 seconds? I didn't even give you time.
That was good.
Yeah.
I feel like you have this in your goal book.
My mom had a boss. She worked in a hospital, and this boss outside of the hospital owned a male strip joint. And he told me, hey, you're 18, you need a job. You can come through. Before I had the opportunity, they were shut down because they were letting women fuck the strippers. So it was in the realm of possibility for me. It was there. Maybe not today. Like I know dad bods are in, but like I'm flat-footed. I don't know how to dance. Like I just get my dick out and helicopter it. You know what I mean?
Your penis party tricks, not a big deal. All right, next song.
Born in the fentanyl, born in the hell. Most motherfucker get murdered, might as well partake in a murder rate. Everything in moderation. By the figure, but the difference is my sons know what the business is. Your sons.
All good. So you talked a lot about fentanyl and fast tracking, and then obviously here we have this song.
Here we are, yeah. Hell God, the terminology, like I wrote it on my son's that beanie they give kids when they come out of the hospital. I wrote it on there with like my little logo. And put it on them and posted it. It's like, there you go, the new Hell God. To me, it's like owning your domain, because Ohio is hell. Michigan, I said the Midwest is hell. Like, you know, you look at who has the most problems with violence and drugs right now, it's probably us, at least in America. I mean, I'm not speaking for the planet. That would be fucking crazy. That would be a real problem if we're sitting here talking and like, there's RPGs going off outside. Yeah, Hell God is just another, that was off of my Oblivion album. That was my second tape. That was produced from my phone, recorded from my phone. Fun fact, the outro to that song where I'm just like talking mad shit, that was deleted by me because I don't remember recording it, and it popped back up in the final mix.
No way.
Like, whatever the fuck, I called Chance, my 85, and I was like, hey, because he mixes all my stuff. I was like, hey, how did you get a hold of that? He's like, it was in there. It's like, it fucking wasn't, but all right. I mean, like, I took it out, but cool, whatever.
That's crazy, hey?
Yeah, someone somewhere thought it needed to be heard, so it was in there.
Do you have any embarrassing moments that you can share?
Like in general, because I got like a lot. Yeah, I mean,
pick your favorite one. If you have a lot, pick your favorite.
I think my favorite, man, dear God. So, like I said, before I was like an adult, I was super awkward. My first girlfriend, that was my first like experience, everything. You know, I was from 16 to however long, or like 15 to 17, we were together or some shit like that. And she had given me my first blowjob in the back of my dad's truck while he was driving. Because my dad was like very, I call him dad because he like stuck around and raised me. His name's Jamie. And I love the guy. He's great. He's a great grandfather to my kids. But he was very like no nonsense. So he just like stared at the road. The problem was this young lady, inexperienced as me, was using like way too many teeth. And so I'm like fighting to not make noise. And I didn't want to hurt her feelings. I'm an awkward young man. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bitch, you use a teeth. Like,
stop using your teeth. What the fuck?
So yeah, that That was interesting. We had a discussion about it after she had left.
Yeah. So like walk me through the discussion. Are you saying like, okay, I don't really know how this works, but
right. Yeah.
Try this.
Yeah. So like the discussion was, hey, I don't want to make you upset, and she was on vacation, so I knew she had time to process this. I was like, I think there was too much like teeth going on, and she like felt bad. And I was like, no, it's it's just one of those awkward like sitcom conversations. But so we just sent each other porn links on like what we wanted to do because the internet, you know what I mean? Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how that went. It was
you don't want to like piss off your girlfriend and tell her that she gives bad blowjobs because
then you won't get them.
Never get a blowjob.
Yeah, literally, bro. At all. You can't make her angry.
Because then you make her angry and she's giving you a blowjob. That's another.
She could bite your fucking dick off. That's fun. I mean,
I do this to my husband all the time. You want some of that?
Why? Oh my God.
That's aggressive.
Disciplinary.
I don't want that at all.
That's scary.
And I'm like, with the heel though, with the heel. And he's like, okay.
My God.
We're not doing any of that.
A dick of steel, bro. He's got the man of steel in his pants.
We're on your last song. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here we go.
Drive with the windows low, drive with a cold wind blow. Creeping all through the night, you never know. Sticking you in the trunk, wherever the fuck we finna go. Choking on coke, I hog tied with the rope. I'm not one to provoke, I want all of the...
I love that part. That's exciting.
Very exciting.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that was before, I think, we'd either just formed Two Evils together. Our first album together was just called The Murder Tape, and it was by Steve O'Creep 85 And then we decided, like, hey, we're going to be best fucking friends and work together and do this label thing. We formed Two Evils to consistently do albums together. But I got him on that, and I was like, yeah, let's talk about, just horror shit. Because we both love, like, Twisted Insane and Brother Lynch Hung. They do really big horror some shit. Brother Lynch calls himself Rip Gut. That's his genre name. He says, I'm Rip Gut. I'm like, that's fucking gangster as shit. I can't lie. Like, I wish I thought of that. Like, call myself Rip Gut.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
But yeah, that was I recorded that song. I was in California, staying with some actor homies of mine. Shout out to Christian, Nathan, Austin, Shrimp, Jack, Eddie. Yeah, all y'all. They helped me out in a bad situation, and let me live with them, and it was great. We watched a bunch of horror movies, and I would write and record. And, again, this was on my phone, so that was from my second tape. So I would just write, and I'd use the bedroom. I think I recorded that while he was asleep next to me. But yeah, that was, it was just, I told 85, and he's always so good. 85 Sick has this way about him lyrically that it makes you super uncomfortable. Like, if you really analyze what the fuck he's saying, unless you're me, because I've heard it time and time again, but I'll get texts from artists, like Curro Blanco is one of them. He texted me a while ago, and he's like, man, I'm listening to this 85 Sick. This dude's a goon, bro. He's a fucking gremlin. This guy, he's just saying shit that I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like, he's excellent at it.
That's awesome. So before I let you go, I want you to, tell Music Junkies where we can find you, everybody that listens, where we can stalk you, hunt you down, all of those.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to stalk me, Ohio, a little small town called East Liverpool, about 10,000 people, so it might take you a day or two. But as listeners, my music is everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, Snapchat, all these places. I don't even know how music gets there. If you Google where does DistroKid put music out, that's where I'm at. There's like 22 of them. So that's where I am. You can find me at Steve O'Creep on Instagram and Facebook. And hopefully, if you guys like what you hear and a promoter in your city, whether it's America, Canada, wherever, I will come. I will be out there, and we will get shit popping. Much love. Thank you guys so much for having me. It was great talking to you. I will be tuning into all of your podcasts because, again, like I said before, I love you as a host. You're an excellent conversationalist, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, Steve. Also, before I let you go, what's some words of wisdom you want to leave?
Words of wisdom. Okay. Fellas, this is for the guys, okay? Always eat pussy, always, because you don't need her to get checked if you check yourself. And make sure she keeps her feet clean, God damn it.
That's right.
I'm putting my foot down.
That's right. Clean your fucking feet. Thanks so much for joining us today on Music Junkies. Awesome. Had so much fun. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'm going to put all of his contact information everywhere that obviously you can find Music Junkies. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening today. Hope you enjoyed the show. New episodes out every Monday. Please share with a friend and subscribe because you want to. And like me because you like me. Leave a comment so we can connect. And if you have a great playlist and you want to share, I'd love to have you on the show. Please reach out to me on Instagram at The Music Junkies Podcast.